What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button, drop a comment, hit the notifications bell to stay informed, and subscribe if you haven't already. The chain is going through a very critical time, and this, from my perspective, is a major cleanup, and it's been well overdue. I've said recently the only people that are responsible for Terra Luna Classic is the Terra Luna Classic validators and community, and those who are contributing. And when it comes down to contributing in a meaningful manner, we just don't see it a lot on chain. It comes down, and it always boils down to a select group of people. Now that TFL's burning directive is fully underway, we can better understand what is going to be part of this major cleanup on chain. And we're looking at things like Shuttle Bridge, which will be open until the 30th of October. Then we will see that close down and all of the remaining assets will be burned, and there's still a substantial amount left in the Shuttle Bridge at just over $250 billion LUNC and then $750 million USTC. This is a substantial amount contributing to that overall burn effort that's part of this major cleanup. So Shuttle Bridge done and dusted. We then take a look at Mirror Protocol, which is going to be part of my two proposals going up today. As long as these are successful, done and dusted. And then the same again with Anchor Protocol, also hopefully being done and dusted. So when we're looking at that overall burn narrative, the list, it is fully underway, and I expect all of this to play out before those dates that I outlined in my previous videos. What we can see from my updated list is that the biggest burns are yet to come. Some of those are going to be coming from that Anchor, Mirror and Shuttle Bridge side, as I've explained, but we're also going to be seeing around 1.84 billion USTC burn from the LFG reserves on top of around 222 million LUNC. There's always been a significant amount of confusion around the Terra Classic native assets held in the LFG reserves, and what we can see here is that they've burned 2 of the 5 wallets, and although they pertain to dust, they further confirm what we've gone through in the court documents, where it shows us that any of those assets pertaining to Terraform crypto assets that are sent to the bankruptcy estate are not part of the liquidation proceedings, and they will simply be burned. And what we can actually see is the LFG reserves ticker accounting for those 2 wallets that remain, because one of them holds just under that 1.86 billion mark, and the extra wallet pushes it just over the 1.86 billion mark, which is reflected here. So we can see that it is showing for those 2 remaining wallets that do actually have assets in them. Positive sign, once again, part of this major cleanup operation. So something that has happened within the past 24 hours is Strafe Cole has deployed a fix for transactions on chain. So this should solve any issues you've had aside from swapping. So you'll be able to go and you'll make your transactions. I have run tests myself, but what I want everybody to understand here is with these situations, right? A lot of people are moping about, and Strafe Cole has proven my point quite strongly. And what I want to say to everybody is, I don't give special treatment to my friends. I speak to them in the same manner I would speak to anybody else on chain when I feel like you're just moping about and inherently you're becoming part of the problem. So I had a deeper chat with Strafe and said, look, if it's not something the L1 can solve, then who does it fall on? Who is going to actually go out and solve this? Who is going to become actionable? Because it's been a significant amount of time and nobody's fixed it. The sad reality of this situation truly is, if I hadn't collared Strafe, this wouldn't have been fixed, and it would have just left as a problem that inherently grew even worse as more upgrades were released. Instead, now, when Tax the Gas is deployed, finally, it's not going to end up breaking the chain even more than these previous upgrades have. And if you want to know what the root cause of this issue inherently being, it's because of the poor upgrades and the poor communication from those performing upgrades in the past, where they're not speaking, right, to TFL and not making the effort to actually get in touch with them. Instead, they just deploy an upgrade knowing it's going to break things. And inherently, that's not their problem. That's our problem. For a development team, it actually makes more sense for them to provide an upgrade that creates breakage, because then they've got more work in the future that they can charge the chain for. So do be aware of all of the people that are moping about and are inherently just part of the problem. A huge shout out to Strafe, Cole, and also All Nodes for pitching in. But at the same time, like, guys, come on, let's get working, let's get kicking, let's get grafting, let's stop moping about and sitting there with this idea of defeat. There is no defeat. We were all born in the trenches, and this chain could never be any worse than it originally was during the crash. Validating has become a massive joke on chain, and we do have so many people who just talk, but have no solutions. It's been 2 years, they've built nothing. We've got validators that claim they fund the L1 team, but no one funds the L1 team because they get it from the community pool. And there's just double noding, triple noding, network noding. There's all sorts of crazy stuff going on. And what it seems like to me, validators see winning as having a lot of voting power. Well, I see things differently. This blockchain needed auto-compounding, so we provided it. Not only did we provide it, but we gave it to every single validator for free. You needed a metric system. We built LUNCDash. Not only did we build the metric system, but you needed wallet infrastructure. So we built it. While this chain was pillaged and plundered and charged for wallet infrastructure and endpoint infrastructure, we just built it for free. And then on top of that, I went ahead and ensured that our community pool would stop being ransacked by proposing that all nodes should be paid for endpoints if we're paying Hexagon for endpoints and wallet infrastructure as well. This led to the community actually waking up and seeing that what they were being charged for, they were getting it for free in other places. And now the community pool sits at nearly 7 billion LUNC. The USTC sits at around 13 million. And we just don't see any other validators going out there and putting their neck on the line and really pushing the limits of what's expected from individuals on this blockchain. I was accused many times of not doing anything on chain, and we have so many people that don't know all of the different things that we have provided and continue to provide on this blockchain. And my project itself, being LUNC Penguins, is actually locked up around 3 billion plus LUNC, and this will never ever be unstaked. It is a consistent treasury that backs up the whole project. And not only did we build this very intricate NFT system with clans that have statistics and all different kinds of rewards, we've also created Penguin Island. This isn't some kind of joke or vaporware. This is a Unreal 5 asset that we've been working on for a long time. And where we've seen other validators charge for stuff like this and other projects ransack their treasuries to fund these kind of things that have never materialized, we've done it for free. I've done it out of my own back pocket, and I've never once charged my community for it. And consistently, no matter what happens, you get content on LUNC, and I'm one of the most dedicated people. When it comes down to my dedication to content creation, I can quite easily whip up an XRP video that gets 11k views based on algorithm, but I rarely do this. And when I do it, it's just to keep the channel alive and keep the algorithm coming back to the LUNC content. And I've always done this at my own peril. I never try to gain subs. I never ever pushed a boat out. I'm just here doing stuff for the blockchain. When the meme community needed their tokens in a list where they could see which ones were on top, they could get technical information about them, we provided it. When the chain needed that metric tool being money flow to come back, we developed the whole tool. This is a unique tool that doesn't exist anywhere else. And the place it did exist, it was delisted at the end of the crash. So we were left in a situation where the chain never really had anything. And what it did have, it was being charged for, even to the point of where I had to go out, develop wallet infrastructure to prove the point that we didn't need to pay Hexagon for it. So something I want to end the video with here today, V2 LUNCDash Wallet is going to be released. And yes, it does feature those swaps. They won't be functional until Tax to Gas goes live and we get a fix deployed in regards to what actually goes on between those swapping pools, being TerraSwap and Astroport. So this is a really big step for us because, like I said, we just do everything here for the chain. And what we've noticed is a lot of you don't use the LUNCDash wallet, and a lot of you don't actually know that this exists. Hopefully dropping this V2 version is going to give you absolutely everything you need in one place, including your swaps, and then tied into LUNCDash's overall metric system as well. So this video isn't me touting my own horn or trying to throw people under the bus or throw validators or make people look bad. This is me making an honest plea to the community that you need to support the right validators in this community. And although it's so easy to be greed driven, if you really believe in the successful future of this blockchain, you need to stop supporting people that are inherently part of that bigger overall problem, which they provide no solutions for whatsoever. And it seems that a lot of people just enjoy having everybody run in circles.
But don't you worry. Daddy's home.
So stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.